Shu Kai and Tan Songyun unfollowed each other. What went wrong? The internet shakes as China's favorite couple hits crisis mode with a baby in the middle. 4 months, Shu Kai and Tan Songyun have been the definition of a fairytale romance turned real. From their on-screen chemistry to their jaw-dropping announcement that they had quietly welcomed a child together, fans were convinced nothing could break their bond. But now, in a twist that no one saw coming, they have unfollowed each other on social media. And the silence between them is louder than ever. What went wrong? What happened behind closed doors to make two people who were once inseparable hit the unfollow button like strangers? The truth, it seems, is messier than anyone imagined. The day the fairy tale cracked. It started with a single notification. A fan account posted a screenshot showing that Shu Kai no longer followed Tan Songyun. Within minutes, another update revealed she had done the same. The reaction was instant. Comments exploded. Hearts broke. Ship names were trending. People thought it had to be a mistake. But it was not a mistake. It was a statement. A silent one, but a powerful one. Behind the glossy magazine covers and shared parenting moments, trouble had been brewing. Insiders say the couple's once unshakable bond had started to fray under the pressure of fame, work, and the complicated realities of raising a child away from the spotlight. Inside the final argument, sources close to the couple revealed that the tension reached a boiling point after a late-night phone call turned into a heated exchange. Shu Kai, exhausted from his grueling filming schedule, reportedly missed their child's first birthday celebration. Tan Songyun, who had organized a small gathering with only a few trusted friends and family, was devastated. She had waited. Kept the cake untouched. Their son was growing fast. His tiny hands already learning to wave. And Shu Kai, her partner, her lover, the father of her child, was nowhere in sight. When he called, she answered. And when she heard his voice, the dam broke. "Do you even care anymore?" she asked him, her voice low, trembling. There was a long pause. Then Shu Kai responded, "I'm doing this for us." For him. But it was too late. Her heart had already begun to close. That call ended with silence. No goodbye. Just an empty tone. The hidden apartment. What made everything worse was the next photo that surfaced online. A blurred image. A figure believed to be Shu Kai, exiting a luxury high-rise in Shanghai. And he was not alone. The woman with him wore a mask and cap, but fans were quick to speculate. Was she an assistant? A co-star? Or something more? Tan Songyun saw the photo too. Not through the news, but through a message from a close friend. They say she stared at the screen for a long time. Said nothing. Closed her phone. And quietly logged out of every platform. Then, without a word, she pressed unfollow. A mother's pain. Tan Songyun has always been private. Even when they announced the birth of their child, it was not with glamour, but with simplicity. A single statement. "We are grateful. We are learning. We are in love." But now, that love was cracking. Friends describe her as being focused entirely on her son. Her days revolve around him. Morning walks in the park. Homemade meals. Lullabies in the evening. Yet even a mother's love cannot always silence a woman's heartbreak. "She's hurting," one friend whispered. "But she's protecting him first." That's her priority now. Shu Kai's side of the story. As the storm raged online, Shu Kai remained silent. No posts. No statements. Just photos from his latest drama shoot. But fans noticed the change. His smile did not reach his eyes. His gaze seemed distant. An insider from his team shared that he had tried to reconnect with Tan Songyun after the birthday incident. Sent her gifts. Messages. Even showed up at her residence unannounced. But she did not answer the door. He stood there for over an hour, the source said. Just waiting. Hoping. But she never came out. And when he finally left, he removed her name from his profile bio. Hours later, he unfollowed her. The baby in the middle. Amid the emotional chaos, their child remains the quiet center of it all. A little boy with Shu Kai's eyes and Tan Songyun's smile. A child who didn't ask for fame, didn't ask for heartbreak, but now sits in the eye of the storm. Despite the fallout, both parents are said to be committed to co-parenting. Friends confirm that they are communicating through private channels, making arrangements to ensure the child's routines are not disrupted. But no one knows how long that peace will last. Fans react, from shock to sorrow. The internet is divided. Some fans blame Shu Kai, accusing him of choosing career over family. Others claim Tan Songyun is being too sensitive. But most are simply heartbroken. She waited for him, one fan posted. That says everything. Another comment read, they were the last real thing in this industry. Now even they're gone. And one post, shared over 50,000 times, simply said, if Shu Kai and Tan Songyun can fall apart, what hope do the rest of us have? What comes next? Rumors are swirling. Will they release a joint statement? Will there be custody battles? Will one of them move away to protect their son from media attention? Or will time heal what anger has broken? A close mutual friend offered a tiny glimmer of hope. They still love each other. You can see it. But love isn't always enough. Sometimes people need space to remember why they chose each other in the first place. For now, Shu Kai and Tan Songyun remain unfollowed. Separate. Distant. But as any fan knows, a broken connection can sometimes be restored. And maybe, just maybe, their story is not over yet. Shu Kai and Tan Songyun spotted together again after online fallout. What really happened behind the scenes? Secret meetings, heartfelt letters, a crying child and a decision that changed everything. Just when fans had come to terms with the painful silence between Shu Kai and Tan Songyun, the entertainment world has been set ablaze with an unexpected twist. After weeks of emotional turmoil, unfollows, and countless rumors, the two stars have been spotted together in the most jaw-dropping scene yet, and this time, it was not just a chance encounter. It was a meeting that has everyone asking the same question. Are they back together? And the answer might just restore your faith in love. The airport scene that changed everything. It happened at dawn. At a private entrance of the Beijing International Airport. No cameras. No managers. No makeup. Just two exhausted people, both wearing caps pulled low, both carrying overnight bags. But the most surprising part? They were not alone. Between them was their son, bundled up in a tiny blue jacket, yawning sleepily as he clung to both of their hands. Shu Kai carried the stroller. Tan Songyun carried a toy elephant. And for a few breathtaking seconds, it felt like nothing had ever gone wrong. A fan happened to witness it. Quietly. Respectfully. She said nothing. Just stared with wide eyes as the family of three disappeared behind a security door. She only said one thing later on social media. They looked like they were trying again. The private apology. What led up to that airport moment is just as stunning. An inside source has revealed that Shu Kai wrote a personal letter to Tan Songyun. Not a text. Not an email. A handwritten letter delivered by one of her closest friends. It was over 10 pages long. He poured everything into it, the source said. His regrets. His mistakes. His promises. He admitted that he lost himself chasing too many things at once and forgot what mattered most. He told her that he would give it all up if it meant having his family back. Tan Songyun reportedly cried for over an hour after reading it. She did not call him. She did not text. Instead, she packed a small bag for their son and waited. The next day, she asked him to meet her at the airport. The rumors about Shu Kai's co-star. One major reason for their fallout had been swirling speculation around Shu Kai and a certain popular actress he was filming with. Fans had accused him of being too close. There were edited clips, misleading posts, even a few questionable photos taken on set. But new details now show that much of the controversy was manufactured. The actress in question has since released a quiet statement saying she and Shu Kai were never involved and that she was heartbroken to see a family nearly torn apart because of on-set misunderstandings. I saw how much he missed his son during filming, she wrote. He talked about his family constantly. They are his everything. A child's innocent tears. Perhaps the most heartbreaking moment came one evening when Tan Songyun took their son to a quiet bookstore. A child-friendly spot with soft lights and reading mats. As she flipped through a storybook, their little boy suddenly pointed at a family illustration and whispered, "Baba." He looked around. Then looked up at her. "Where Baba go?" She froze. Her heart shattered in real time. Later that night, she called Shu Kai for the first time in weeks. The call was quiet. No accusations. No yelling. Just her voice, barely above a whisper. "He misses you," she said. Shu Kai's voice broke as he replied, "I miss both of you." The secret trip to mend what was broken. The airport sighting was not a random outing. It was the beginning of a private family trip. Just the three of them. No staff. No assistants. No phones. They flew to a quiet coastal town where no one recognized them. They stayed in a rented cottage by the sea. Locals say they were seen walking barefoot on the beach, eating street food, playing with kites, laughing, crying, talking like they used to. They visited a small temple, prayed together, lit candles for peace. Their son giggled as he tried to imitate them. Shu Kai reportedly told her that the past few weeks had been a wake-up call. "You were never the problem," he said. "I just forgot how to hold on." The return and the surprise photo. 3 days later, they returned. Quietly. But the internet had already caught fire again. A grainy photo taken by a local baker surfaced online. It showed Shu Kai kissing Tan Songyun's forehead as she held their son. And then came the photo that sealed the deal. A new family picture appeared on Tan Songyun's fan account, clearly uploaded with permission. The caption read, "We took a break. But we never stopped loving. Thank you for believing in us." Fans go wild. The internet exploded. "I am sobbing," one fan wrote. They fought. They healed. They chose each other again. This is what real love looks like. Another comment read, "I never want to hear the word perfect again. I want what they have, messy, raw, but real." Even celebrities began reposting the image with silent support. Heart emojis. White doves. And comments like, "You came back stronger. A new beginning." Insiders now confirm that Shu Kai is taking a 3-month break from filming. Not due to any scandal. But because he wants to be present. Truly present. He's not interested in pretending anymore, one friend shared. He's focused on her and the baby. Tan Songyun is also said to be working on a children's book inspired by her experiences. A story about a little elephant who loses his way, only to find his way back home with the help of love. The final twist. The biggest surprise came in a recent live event for Shu Kai's brand partnership. He was asked what mattered most to him now. He smiled for the first time in a long while. A genuine, relaxed, deeply emotional smile. "My family," he said simply. "Everything else can wait." And just like that, the story of Shu Kai and Tan Songyun, one filled with storms, silence, heartbreak, and healing, reminded everyone watching that even in the chaos of fame, love can survive. Not perfectly, but honestly. And sometimes, that's all that matters.